Crispin. Guard number 5, sophomore, John Crispin. At center number 13, junior, Ron Myers. At forward number 35, senior, Matt Hensel. At forward number 41, junior, Evan Fritz. The head coach of the Panthers is Mike Harper, assisted by Mr. Pete Myers, Mr. Gene Reed, and Mr. Brian Stafford.
Canadians game against the Gloucester Lions.
Stick.
Number 5, John Crispin. Number 35, Matt Kepsel. Number 13, Ron Myers. Number 24, Pat McDermott.
say this. Every loose ball, every ball in the corner, Pitman got it. They were diving for balls going out of bounds, flipping balls off of people. That's heart.
Right.
Heart wins. And these kids have heart.
Seems like From Convention Center in Atlantic City, the Comcast Network proud to present the First Union NJSI AA Group 1 Finals. Today, the Pitman Panthers take on the Science Chargers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Mick Moninghop, and welcome back to Atlantic City. That's right, welcome back. For the first time in 27 years, the finals have returned here to the boardwalk. Joining me today, Ted Fiore. And Ted, as we look at today's matchup between Science and Pitman, we should see a track meet today.
Oh, this should be a fun game to do and watch, Mick. I'll tell you, both teams are high-scoring, freewheeling power offense teams. Should be a fun game.
Let's talk about Science first off. Here's a team that is making its third consecutive trip to the Group 1 championship, so they're battle-tested.
Well, for sure they are. This is like a fixture for Science. They've been here 3 years. They've split the first 2 appearances. And, you know, this is a surprising year for them, but they're here again.
Milton Gaylord is their head coach. He says they'll go 10 deep. He wants the pressure today.
Well, that's what they do. That's what they do very, very well. And it'll be interesting to see if their pressure can offset the high percentage offense that's being thrown at them by Pitman.
When you talk about Pitman, you talk about a team that loves to score, but it's their first trip to a final. They may have some jitters.
Well, for sure they might. They average 82 points a game, and, you know, they need to make shots, and it's a tough venue here because it's new, it's wide open, and it's going to be interesting.
Craig Harper is their head coach, and he has turned this program around. Before he got here, they were just 1-47, so he's done a great job.
Well, he sure has, and he's had this young guy by the name of Crispin. They've been 77-29 over the last 4 years.
Let's talk about some of the marquee players in today's ball game. Omar Howard for Science averages almost 20 points a contest. He's the go-to guy.
Well, he's the bus driver. He's the guy that makes it happen for him, and the way he goes is the way they will go, and he's the lone returning starter on this team, Mick.
And Joe Crispin on the other side averages 32 points a ball game. He can fill it up.
Well, he can fill it up, and he can score, but the other thing he can do is pass. And many times it's a pleasure for Pitman when teams double team him because he is such an excellent passer as well as scorer.
Should be a great matchup today between Science from Newark and Pitman from Pitman, New Jersey. And we'll come back with starting lineups and game action in just a moment here in Atlantic City on the Comcast Network. Back to Atlantic City as we are getting set for championship action, the Group 1 final. Pitman taking on the Science Chargers out of Newark. We're about ready for the starting lineups. Let's put it over to Bob Derbyshire for
number 3,
Pitman.
Joe Crispin. Number 5, Jan Crispin. Number 13, Ron Myers. Number 35, Matt Kinsel. And number 24, Patrick McDermott. Head coach, Craig Harper.
Good look at Craig Harper. 25-3 is Pitman as they come into today's championship.
Samad Taylor. Number 32, Akil McGill. Number 34, Brian Field. Number 10, Omar Howard. And number 33, Virgil Williams. Head coach for Science High School.
Milton Gaylord, the head coach in his 11th season. And again, third straight trip to the finals, Ted, for Science out of Newark. They're the North 2 champs. Well, action. Take a look at the starting lineups, and backcourt play dominates today.
Well, I think that's going to obviously be the key to the game. It's going to be how well Science can contain Crispin. And we know about his scoring, but the thing that we alluded to before that's very, very important is he's had 14 assists in each of his last 2 games.
Good look at Science as they're ready to break huddle. 24-2 their record. They beat Midland Park 56-40 to get to this round. Pitman, the South champ, was a winner over Highland Park 97-77, so they can fill it up. Again, Pitman's in black today.
Pitman's averaging over 82 points a game coming in. That's pretty darn good in a high school season. Here we go.
Akil McGill ready to jump center against Ron Myers from Pitman in black. And we are underway in the Group 1 championship game. lets it fly for three. That's no good. Nice offside rebound by Myers. The putback won't go. He'll get another opportunity, and he scores.
Well, this is a big problem, too, for Science. Is size-wise, they're a fairly diminutive team, so they have to be leaping and jumping and be very quick to the ball.
From the wing. Tip pass, and into the lane goes Jan Crispin, and he gets the roll for the younger Crispin, scores, and it's 4-2.
John Crispin, nice-looking penetration through that zone.
Against pressure. Pitman able to get it to Meyer, who goes backdoor. Turnaround by John Crispin, who's got two more.
That guy's a sophomore.
To Science. Let's get a look inside.
Terrific inside feed. He comes under the goal, protects the ball well, and kisses it off the rebound, off the glass.
In transition, almost a steal, and there's one coming up here. Ron Myers picked it off. He'll take it himself, and it won't drop. Joe Crispin keeps it alive. Myers up strong. Foul. It didn't go. He'll go to the line for a pair.
Well, Myers is staying after it. He's a young guy. He's averaging about 14 points a game, too, and oftentimes gets overlooked because of the high scoring of the Crispin brothers. But look at him come back into the play after this shot now. The ball's kicked around. There he is, back in after it. Takes it under the goal and goes to the foul line.
Ron Myers, 22 points against Highland Park, makes the first at the line, and it's 7-4 for Pitman.
Good matchup right here, Howard and Pitman.
Crispin's jumper, good.
Crispin breaks the ice.
Now, he needed that shot to get himself on track. He's averaging 32 points a ball game. He had a 50-point game and also a 56-point game in this tournament stretch.
Well,
each team with trouble shooting here in the first half, but Science to inbound under its own basket. On the inbounds, they try to force it into Jihad Campbell. It's picked up in the paint. Score the goal for Akil McGill. And the junior gets at the drop, and we have a 10-9 lead for Science as they score the goal here at the end of the first quarter. Hope you're enjoying the action on Comcast. We'll come back with more in a moment.
you know, the way the game's being played, they've taken Crispin out of it a little bit. I think he's only gotten 2 or 3 shots in the first quarter. And, you know, he needs to get more touches of the ball in that because he makes things happen.
Tip pass from McDermott. Now here is Joe Crispin. He lets it fly. He's got another 3.
Well, you can see he can just flat out shoot it. That's a great release. Terrific rotation. Yeah, there was, you know, they passed the ball. They got an open shot rather than...
Double team pressure. Kensel will control. Gives up for Pitman, or rather for Joe Crispin.
Another thing that's happening here is Crispin is handling the ball in the backcourt. That is Joe Crispin. He's throwing it ahead, and many times he's not getting the ball back. So he's not getting that many touches. He's not getting that actively involved in the offense. And I think they need to come into the front court, settle it down, and run a half-court offense.
Here's the younger of the two. John's free throw is all in.
Because it's tempting. You know, you get some open shots, and it's tempting for Pitman to attack. But that's just the pace that Science wants.
John Crispin makes the pair. He's the second leading. Hornegay had an errant pass that got tipped all the way up to the glass, and Kensel controlled. Here comes Joe Crispin. Nice pass at the block for a layup.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. He has to have the ball more in the attack area. Excellent pass. Look off, going left, kicking the ball to the right.
Just as important to finish by Ron Myers, and we have a tie ball game. From 15, it won't drop. Put back on the way by Kensel. That's no good. Here is Myers off glass, and it drops. For Ron Myers, the junior.
What a nice, patient little set to it.
Oh, here's a tip pass, and 2-on-2 if they hurry. Joe Crispin, layup. Good basket. And a foul.
That's a terrific play. He was setting that up all the way. He had his body protecting him against the defender. Took it to the hole with the defender at his back. He wouldn't let the guy get position. That's a real good basketball play. Watch him setting this up. He's keeping himself. He knows the contact is coming, and he's strong to the goal. Excellent play.
He's got 7 points, looking for his 8th for the first half, and Joe Crispin has it. 23-20. That may give Pitman the momentum as we get ready for the Start of the second half with just 14 seconds to go. Taylor will pull it out. Samad Taylor.
1-3-1, a little pressure here now by Pitman.
That ball was kicked.
Change of defense.
Let's look at the way that the body control.
Yeah, watch him protect himself. He knows he's getting hit. He looks at the defender, wards him off, and makes a great finish.
That's why Pitman's up by 3. Here comes Taylor. Taylor to the foul line, lean in off the heel of the rim. It's tipped, no good. Tipped again. The ball comes back. Desperation shot. And it counts!
Count it!
Ryan Field hits it. It's a three-pointer. And we are tied at 23 as we end the first half. The ball was being tipped around. It came back to Brian Field, and the sophomore gets it to fall.
It's tournament time. It's tournament time. All this stuff happens. That's a highlight film. No doubt about it.
We are tied at 23 as we go to halftime. We hope you're enjoying the action today in the Group 1 final right here on the Comcast Network. Welcome back to the Convention Center here in Atlantic City, the NJSIAA First Union Group 1 Championship game. We are all tied at 23, the Panthers of Pitman and the Chargers from Science in Newark, New Jersey. And Ted Fiore, you were right on the money when you talked about this facility and shooting here in the first half. As we take a look at the percentages, each team really struggled trying to get the ball in the basket.
Well, there's no question about it. I think Pitman relies on their shooting. I mean, it's probably more detrimental to them that they're not making their shots. And I think, you know, the arena, the whole atmosphere here doesn't favor great shooting. But it'll be an interesting second half.
Crispin averages 32 points a game, and he only has 8 here in the first half. That's Joe.
Well, that's obviously a big stat. And I think Science is very, very happy with the game being right where it is, 23-23. It's not going to be a high-scoring tilt. And, you know, they're right in it, and they also feel that their depth will come into play later on in the game. So, will Crispin heat up? Will Science keep the game just the way it is? That's what we're here to find out.
Defense should tell the story, as it usually does. Omar Howard has the basketball for Science to start the third quarter. Again, we are tied at 23. And the Group 1 championship game down the lane, and here's a steal. Coming up with it is Myers, gets it ahead to John Crispin. Good basket, and a foul. They called it intentional. And John Crispin will go to the line for 2.
Well, intentional foul call here, and that could really be big because they'll get the free throw and the ball out of bounds. 2 free throws. The ball out of bounds, this can turn out to be a 6 or 7 point play, and it's very, very critical in the game, you know, at this juncture. So there it is, defense creating offense. Usually that's Science's trait.
Crispin misses his first at the line. This is John Crispin, a sophomore. His grandfather, Cliff Crispin, was a coach. And his dad also coached at Glassboro High. So
Cliff
great
Crispin,
basketball family.
He's a legendary coach. He coached a long time at Camden County Community College, and I think he's still coaching baseball there.
Samad Taylor, nice basket. And here's a 1-2-1-1 full court trap. Joe Crispin breaks it, bounce pass to Myers, layup good.
Well, that's what he does so well. When he's in the middle of the attack area, going to the basket, he can not only score, he's a terrific passer.
That won't go. Howard gets his own follow. That's no good, and Little McDermott comes down with it and starts the break. Joe Crispin in a hurry. Nice bounce pass. Turnaround to his brother. Good! John Crispin with a turnaround, and it counts.
Well, now he's had the ball deep in the attack area twice, and both times he's made them pay, and that's what he has to do more. He's got to be handling down in the offensive area.
John Crispin with 13 to lead all scorers. It's 30-25. Pitman up 5. Let's take a look at this last bucket by John Crispin.
He's got a terrific, and that's a great finish by his brother, by the way. Great finish. But Joe has a terrific knack of going one way, looking off, and throwing back in the other direction for finishing passes.
Williams, the senior, makes his first at the line. Well, the fans trying to get in his way a little bit. The group behind the hoop can't do their job as it drops.
it's important that they score, too, because then they get their press going.
3-point ball game. Pitman the lead in the ball. Myers hands off, and here comes Joe Crispin on the drive. Score the goal and the foul for Joe Crispin.
Well, I don't think there's any question that Coach Harper told his team at halftime, look, we've got to get the ball into Joe's hands much more often than we have. And he's got to have it in the attack area. And you can see he's creating things here. Great move to the basket. Look at that fall away. Bang.
We'll be back with more on the Comcast Network in just a moment, so stay with us here in Atlantic City. Welcome back to the NJSIAA Group 1 Championship game sponsored by First Union. Still got quite a ball game, but Pitman getting the ball in the hands of Joe Crispin, and he's been able to create and score.
Well, you know, the guy has 2,500 and almost 2,600 points over his career, and probably by now has 2,600. But the thing that I think people forget is what a terrific passer is. He's got such great court vision. He knows what's happening out there all the time, and he very infrequently makes a bad decision with the ball. This kid can play.
I know Charlie Woolen, the head coach down at William & Mary, wants this guy in the worst way, but he's also been touted by St. Bonaventure, Delaware, and Fairfield.
Well, there's no question he'd be a good Division I player on that level.
Missed the free throw, and Science will have the basketball. Well, today it has been a Crispin kind of day. The brothers combining for 23 of the 32 points that Pitman has on the scoreboard. 32-28, Science trails, and every free throw becomes very important now down the stretch.
Yeah, I think this game is you're gonna see a run somewhere that's gonna decide the game. I really think it's, here's the tip in.
And I think it's gonna be Leitis who is credited with the tip. It is. Makes it a 2-point ball game. Pitman the lead in the ball. And Crispin fires from long distance and nails a three. Joe Crispin.
See how quickly he got that thing and got rid of it. Excellent release, quick release.
Omar Howard starts to come to life here in the third quarter. And it's still anybody's ball game with 5:09 to play here in the third. John Crispin for three. He calls home.
Do you think those guys practice? I wonder if those two guys practice.
Probably for hours on end. Who's the better three-point shooter? Here's the drive and score this one for Rasheed Taylor, the sophomore. Put a ball fake, Knights to the goal, off glass, won't go. Myers keeps it alive, and he is fouled from behind, and Myers will go to the line for a pair. And I believe they're going to call it on Jihad Campbell, the freshman.
Well, there's Myers again. Active on the offensive glass, going to the foul line. Now he's got to convert on him.
Great effort by Myers to keep that ball alive, and not too much fooling around when you're in the paint. Take it right up.
Right up to the hole. Good move.
Looking for double figures is Myers, and he rattles it home. Nothing personal.
Just a bunch of kids playing hard.
McMaster on the inbounds, and here is a three outside by Joe Crispin.
Well, he's heating up. He's heating up. I mean, there's just some way you got to take him out of the game because he's starting to heat it up. And
back the other way, Howard in the paint, can't get it to fall on the rebound. Picked up by Ron Myers, who has stepped it up in the third quarter, rebounding. John Crispin fires the pass inside. This is off the rim, no good, and the putback will count.
Ron Myers again.
And a timeout called on the floor. Pitman fans on their feet. They lead it 44-36. You said somebody would get a run, Chad, and so far it's Pitman here in the third quarter.
Pitman has made the run, and I'll tell you one thing that's been very, very obvious is Pitman is not getting tired. They're just keeping after it, and Ronnie Myers doing a great job on the offensive boards in this period, and Joe Crispin doing a terrific job of leading the offense both in terms of scoring and passing. And, this is Pitman basketball this third quarter.
A lot of people thought that Pitman would struggle if they had to go toe-to-toe inside against Science from Newark, but they've done a good job on the backboard, and Myers has been the guy who has kind of fueled their fire as far as the rebounds go.
Well, he has. He's done a terrific job, and You know, he's a kid that's done it all year. When you're playing with guys that are averaging 30 points a game, you know, you don't get the notoriety. But he's done a real nice job of playing.
Well, there is the grandfather.
There's the guru.
The guru, if you will.
There's the guy that, you know, started it all.
Cliff Crispin, coached at Pitman, took him to a state semifinal back in 68-69, and he has the grandsons doing a great job here today.
I tell you, that is terrific, though, isn't it, when you think of the legacy of that.
Joe Crispin to his brother John. Dribbles in traffic, pulls up from 15, off the side of the rim, no good, and there is Ron Myers with another rebound. Down low, nice look, no basket. Good look from the point, though, by Joe Crispin to help set up a shot in the paint. And I believe the foul's on Brian Field.
Well, you know, when he's up in the air, everybody in the gym believes he's going to shoot it. You know, but I think that's what makes him so effective, is that, you know, people start following the flight of the ball before he releases it, and he sees things around on the court. He's got such great court perception and awareness.
Good look at the junior, Dan McMaster. And this one is good. McMaster with another coming. Trying to make it 46, and he does. 46-38, Pitman. The fans, well, they're on their feet here. Pitman doing a great job. This one's knocked out of bounds by John Crispin. It's
Joe get the first good one.
Joe Crispin with the dribble, split, and scores off glass.
Put it on the floor. Hey, when you got a guy that can score from deep, can put it on the floor and go by you, and find guys, he's got a player.
But Omar Howard answers again. And I believe that's 14 on the day for Howard. Howard had the hot hand. They'll try to keep it in his hands as time winds down. Here comes Omar Howard off glass. It won't drop. The ball being tipped. Finally brought down by Joe Crispin. He'll run the floors. He has about 3 seconds to go. If it goes, it counts. It goes off the backboard. No good. And we have played 3 quarters here in Atlantic City. Helter-skelter basketball to its finest, if you will. 48-43 here at the Atlantic City Convention Center. After a 27-year hiatus, the championship has returned. We'll return with more in just a moment. Back here to the First Union NJSIAA Group 1 Championships. We get set for the 4th quarter. Mick Mottinghoff and Ted Fiore. And when you talk about the Crispin brothers today, Ted, they have really lit it up and helped carry their team.
Well, between them, they have 32 points, but that does not account for how many assists they've had and how many other guys, you know, that Joe set up. So, you know, there's no question. They're the 2 guys that have to do it for them. But I think another very, very important factor has been the rebounding of Myers.
Well, on the other side, Omar Howard with 14 points. He had 10 in that 3rd quarter alone. And a good look at his coach, Milton Gaylord. Buckle up for a great finish. The final 8 minutes are before us here in the Group 1 championship game. Here comes Taylor in the paint. Nice through. A little short, and it is Ron Myers for the rebound. Joe Crispin in a hurry. Pushes it up. Finds his brother. Layup. Good. John Crispin with the finish.
Pointer.
And the fans love it.
Science won't go away, I'll tell you that.
Pitman the lead by 2 and the ball. Here is a 3. Count it! Called home from long distance. Joe Crispin again.
Baby.
I'll tell you, there's nothing more exciting than seeing a guy pull up from NBA 3 and letting it go. But back the other way comes Howard. He will not be denied.
Howard
Double team. Joe Crispin, the jumper. Long, no good. Nice offside rebound. And they call a reach-in foul. McMaster with another rebound inside.
Well, McMaster's starting to assert himself in there. Now, he's gotten 2 or 3 offensive rebounds in the last few minutes.
Well, he and Kensel going to the board hard. And here Matt Kensel was fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. He's a senior. And Kensel's first is good. Always important, Ted, to make the front end of that 1-and-1. Joe Crispin pulled the trigger maybe a little too fast that time. He wasn't quite set. Here comes Taylor. Double pump in the lane. Count the goal for Samad Taylor. And it's a 1-point ball game, and here's a steal. 1-on-1 if they hurry. Taylor and the lead for Science. 56-55. The Science on a run. The tide starting to turn with 4:19 to play. This ball is tipped and it comes out of bounds.
I'll tell you what Science has done. They've made a little adjustment here. They're keeping the ball away from Crispin. What they've done is they've decided to let him throw the ball to somebody else once they trap and try to keep it away from Crispin. And it's helped them in the last 3 or 4 possessions.
We have a timeout. Just what we thought we would. We're burning down the barn. 56-55 Science. We'll come back with more in the fourth quarter in a moment here on the Comcast Network. 4:14 to play. Yeah, I'm going to say it. In regulation. 56-55. Science the lead. Pitman trails, but they have the ball. John Crispin works with his brother Joe out front against the zone.
There's another thing that happens with Crispin on the floor. You know, they have to pay so much attention to him that the openings are created in other areas.
Here comes Joe Crispin on the drive. Gives off a nice feed and a layup easily for Dan McMaster.
He's got to have the ball. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't go a possession in these last 3 minutes where he didn't have the ball. He's got to make it all happen from here on out.
And with that basket, the lead change. Science trying to tie on this strip. Lean in by Taylor off the front of the iron. No good. Did it hit the end line? Yes, it did. Pitman has the ball. Williams checks back into the lineup. He is a 6'5" forward for a little more oomph up front for Science.
So he's got to have it.
Pitman the lead and the ball, and a reach-in foul out front on Samad Taylor, the junior. Taylor didn't like the call. We haven't seen many hand check calls in this game from the outset.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you're down to 3 minutes in the game, and we've been playing this way the whole game, and they haven't made that call. You know, you wonder why they start making it now. You have to call the game consistently, and just because it's the last 3 minutes, call it the way you've been calling it.
Pitman's been at the line a lot more, and there's the first one for Joe Crispin. 20 points now on the day for Crispin.
20 points, numerous assists.
Having a great final. One more coming, and the seniors got it. 59-56, 3-point Pitman lead. Science with the ball. 3:14 to play. On the baseline, Omar Howard makes in and gets at the drop.
That's what he does well. He just slithers into those creases in the defense.
Howard's got 16. He's having a whale of a ball game. And back the other way, the driving layup for John Crispin, the sophomore. 61-58, Pitman the lead. Science the ball. Here comes a shot for Taylor. Tipped up, off the mark, no good. Almost tipped in by Williams. McMaster has it, and he will call timeout underneath. So McMaster calls timeout. He realized he was double-teamed, couldn't put it on the floor. Pretty good decision, as they will hold on to the ball with 2:40 to go, and a 61-58 lead for Pitman.
Well, that was a big possession, and it was a big rebound, and they had him tied up pretty well, and they had every outlet pass tied up very well, and he made a good decision. Call the timeout. You're down to 2:40. That's when you need him.
Last goal by Pitman. Take a look at the drive there by John Crispin.
Here comes John. Good seal off there. Terrific move to the hole. You know, these two guys, you can tell they practice all the time because he crossed over, came from left to right, took it to the hole, avoided the defender, and finished.
Again, Samad Taylor looking for Howard. Here's Omar Howard. Jumper from 12. Good. And it's a one-point ball game again. 18 points for Omar Howard. Hensel being double-teamed. He puts it on the floor. Looks like a guard. Gives up now for Crispin. To John. Layup good. John Crispin scores it.
He split the defender. Here's Crispin again. Draws so much attention. Ronnie Myers makes a subtle little play.
Comes into Howard. And Howard goes to the hole off glass. No good. Fights for his own rebound. It's loose.
Going ahead.
Crispin to Crispin. John Crispin. Layup good.
Big turn of events.
65-61. You see the score of about 65 seconds to play.
Both coaches dying over there.
We are going down to the wire. Omar Howard almost had it stolen, and they call a foul reaching, I believe, on Ron Myers. hasn't had a stellar day at the free throw line. Making just one of his last two, but he makes this one.
This is down to the wire, Mick.
65-62.
Don't you just love these games?
I love it.
Kids are playing their hearts out.
He makes the pair. 2-point ball game.
Can't foul that guy. Don't foul him.
Oh, they just did. Joe Crispin, the senior, will go to the line. The all-time leading scorer in Gloucester County history, and there's a good look at Samad Taylor.
They probably would have been better off forcing him to give the ball up and then maybe fouling somebody else, but you don't want to foul that guy. Well, if you're Pitman, this is the situation you want. I mean, you're up 2. You've got the ball, and you've got this guy, you know, Joe Crispin, who just thrives in these situations on the foul line.
Craig Harper, though, is pacing. He knows this game is far from over. And that's with Joe Crispin at the free throw line or not.
It is 2 shots. So they're in the double bonus.
Well, he made the first.
He didn't just make it, he drilled it. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Crispin with one more coming.
I don't think this bothers him in the least. Look
Not
at
at
that.
all. 67.
Absolutely can't foul that guy.
67-63. Here comes Omar Howard.
Great
Nice
pass.
dish inside. And there is Williams. Well, that's why they needed him on the
Make
floor.
him give it up. Oh.
Well, they found Crispin again. And it is Taylor once again the guilty party.
Well, it's interesting. Coach Harper is saying get the ball in his hands and let him just do with it.
Nothing wrong with his effort.
He made every big play.
Matter of fact, Howard had 17 points in the half. And Crispin continues to add to his total.
He just goes to the line and it's nothing but bottom of the net. He's got great technique.
Every coach wants his best free throw shooter on the line down the stretch.
His dad and his granddad did a great job with him.
Yeah, but his brother John will continue the tradition. 25 points for Joe Crispin. Science with the basketball. Here is a jumper on the way by Taylor. Rolls off no good. The rebound pulled down by Myers. Myers gets the ball ahead to McMaster. Crispin across the midcourt line with 21 seconds to go. And
I think they're on their way to a victory here.
fans from Pitman on their feet. There's the foul that stops the clock. And it looks
They
like
smell it.
Looks like Pitman's going to get their first win ever in their first trip to an NJSI final. Craig Harper has really turned his program around. Before he got there, they went through a 1-47 stretch. And in the last 6 years, he has taken them to a group, or actually a state championship.
This guy is drilling him. Foul me. He's daring him to foul.
8 for 9 from the line today. 90%. There you go.
But he's made 6 in a row in the last minute and 20 seconds.
And when it's crunch time. This one will ping pong around. The tip is up and in. Count it for Virgil Williams. And time will run out. No, we got another foul to stop the clock.
I'll tell you what. This is a great effort game. This is why you have to love basketball on this level. I mean, it's in its purest form. These are just a bunch of kids who are playing because they love the game. There's no scholarships here. They just love to play the game. They're playing their hearts out with the crowd involved in the Atlantic City Convention Hall. It just doesn't get any better than this for kids. This is a memory they'll have always. I've coached the championship team here, and I've played in a state championship final. This is terrific.
Joe Crispin with 28, make it 29 points on the day.
8 in a row at the end.
And here's a steal, and the final horn will sound. Your final score today, Pitman wins the Group 1 title, 73-67 over Science from Newark. Their first trip ever to a final, and it's party time in Pitman.
Well, they should party. They should enjoy it. They played a whole season for this, their first trip here. And I'll tell you what, Milt Gaylord and his gang have nothing at all to be ashamed of, but they have all but proud. They played their hearts out. They've been here 3 years in a row. Nothing wrong with that program either.
Nothing at all. Great hustle. It was anybody's ball game down the stretch, too. You can't ask for any more from that from either team.
Well, you know, the story is very simple. The story is what it's been all year. Joe Crispin, he comes down the end and he makes 8 in a row and just drills them.
Well, a great day for Pitman. They win this one by the score of 73-67 for the Group 1 championship.
Are they going to be partying?
Oh, they will.
Crispins?
We'll come back with a post game in a moment. Welcome back to Atlantic City. Your final score again today. Pitman 73, Science 67. Pitman is the Group 1 champion. And right now in the post game we are joined by Craig Harper, head coach here at Pitman. It's your first trip to the final, coach, and you pulled it off.
Well, we were very well prepared. We thought we had watched them and we had really scouted them very well, and we really thought that we had every right to be here, and we thought we would maybe end up in this situation.
I'll tell you what, the Crispin brothers doing the job. They combined for over 50 points in today's ball game.
Well, they've been our story all year. They're the guys that have carried us. But I must point out that Ron Myers was a tremendous force in the first half. When they were really defending the Crispin brothers, Ron Myers stepped up with offensive rebound after rebound.
Coach, congratulations on the championship.
Thank you very much, and we're certainly going to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Let's go over to Ted Fiore, who has some special guests in this ball game. Ted.
Well, with me here is the MVP of this game, and he's had a terrific tournament, a terrific career. Joe, wonderful game today. Tell us what you were thinking about in the last minute and 20 when you made 8 free throws in a row.
Well, it's something you got to get done at this level. I mean, free throws, we struggled a little bit in the first half, but, you know, when it came down to when it matters, I mean, you got to knock them down. You can't let those go, but, you know, you have to think to yourself, I mean, this is more meaningful than any game you played in your life, so you got to knock them down, much more than the games all season. You know, other playoff games, they weren't as close as this one, but to knock them down at the end, you got to get the job done.
Well, it's terrific. You've taken a program that was, you know, not very successful in the beginning, and I think that you are primarily responsible for a lot that was happening here and a lot that was accomplished. Congratulations to you, Joe.
Thank you.
And have a, you know, hey, you got the Tournament of Champions ahead of you, right?
You know, this was our ultimate goal. We'll just go out there and play as hard as we can in that one. So it'll be fun.
Okay.
Play against the higher level.
And
Thanks.
good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Well, Ted, we saw a well of a ball game here today as Pitman beat Science, but I'll tell you what, Science has nothing to be ashamed of. This game went down to the wire.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, they went they're here 3 straight years, and so obviously they have nothing to be ashamed of. I think it was a terrific effort on their parts, but congratulations to a great Pitman club today.
Well, once again, Pitman wins this ball game over Science from Newark in a big way, and we hope you enjoy the action here on the Comcast Network. Now for Ted Fiore, I'm Nick Monahan, but thanks for joining us this time around. Again, your final 73-67 as Pitman is the Group 1 champ. So long, everybody.